don't need to explain the magnitude of this game for the Milwaukee Bucks, do I? I mean, they don't need to go down 0-2. I'm looking at that team, and I'm looking around like, yo, Giannis Antetokounmpo, his style of play, it's not designed to try to bring his team back late in games, and in my opinion, try to bring his team back late in series when you're down 2 games. Remember, this team was up 2-0 on the soon-to-be champions last year, the Toronto Raptors, and they lost 4 straight. So we've seen Milwaukee go in those spurts and literally lose 4 games in a row, which means they're probably not great at adjustments. They probably don't have that emotional leadership, them veterans that you need in the locker room to bring you back, lift you up when you're down, find a way to kind of get your mind off the game of basketball for a couple of hours and engage back in. Also, not to mention that I'm not trying to make excuses for Milwaukee, but also they're in the bubble, which I think that could easily keep you in a bad space when you're going through it. That's why I expected a lot of series to either go 4 games or 7 games in the playoffs this year, because if it's going to be a good series like the Utah-Denver series or the OKC-Houston series, I think it's going to be a really good series. When it's an evenly matched series, great. But when it's a series in which you're overmatched, like some of the Eastern Conference first round series, I think they're going to go short, because in that bubble, you're not able to get away and kind of disengage to re-engage. I think it could go left for you quickly, all right? So Milwaukee desperately needs a win to even this bad boy at 1, game 2. Also, look at the makeup of that Milwaukee Bucks team. I've been bringing this up a lot more, and I think more analysts should bring this up as well. The fact that this Bucks team is so diverse, you got guys from all over this globe on that, even their star in Giannis, right? I think it's and I look at guys like Chris Middleton and Eric Bledsoe. These are both quiet guys, not super outspoken guys. You look down that roster, a lot of guys that are just happy to be there, that have worked their behinds off to get where they're at. But where's the alpha males in that locker room? If it ain't Giannis, who is it? George Hill? I don't know. Let's get into it. Game 2. Miami's up a game. Check this highlight out. Let's go, baby. Oh, wow. We're going to start it off at 2016. There was some nice baskets that happened before then. I can't believe they're starting this bad boy up midway through the first. Oh, good hands, Jimmy B. Yeah, Giannis ain't catching that. Kind of laggy too a little bit, huh? Big fella. Yeah, I'm one of the people who believe Giannis is the new modern day Shaq. Like, if Shaq was drafted like today, this is what Shaq would look like. This is how Shaq would have modeled his game. And there's a positive to that, but there's also a negative to that. Because Giannis plays on the perimeter so much. Beautiful pass from Greek Freak. I got to give him that. I think it's tough for Giannis to develop a go-to move like that. Taliaferro inside with the deuce. Nice 2 from Eric Bledsoe. I do think the Bucks need to go out and consider their situation at point guard as well. I believe they need a scoring point guard that can shoot the 3. And that is not Eric Bledsoe. Yes, Bledsoe can attack the rim and get his from time to time, and it's Milwaukee, so the pickings were slim for a point guard of Eric Bledsoe's caliber or higher. But I believe they need a scoring point guard in there at point. That's my opinion. As Jimmy Butler goes and gets a bucket down low, Heater up 11 right now. I believe they need a scoring point guard, man. Somebody that could consistently not only set up the offense so Giannis doesn't have to do that, but also somebody that could space the floor, man. Like what Bledsoe just did is nice. Be clear about that. But right now you could use what I'm watching the Heat defense, right? I watched a lot of film from this game last night. They're building up a wall against Giannis, but they're doing it with 1.5 guys, right? They're not bringing 2 people over completely. Kind of watch it right here. I think you'll see. So look at Jimmy. Kind of hangover. Look at Taliaferro, kind of hangover, and Giannis got the better of him on that one. But it's like a 1.5 defenders coming. They're doing the same thing with Middleton as well when Giannis is not in the game or not a part of the play. They're bringing 1.5 guys as Bam goes and gets a bucket. Let me pull up that box score from that game as well so I can tell you guys some stats. Goran Dragic has been really, really good for Miami. I did not expect his game to watch somebody come over. You see, Bam didn't 100% commit off Lopez because Lopez can shoot the three. But I do think it's bothering Milwaukee, right? I do think that's bothering Milwaukee a lot, man. And we're obviously only watching makes, but trust and believe, Milwaukee's missing a ton of shots thus far in this series. Chris Middleton finds Bledsoe. Bledsoe over Crowder for three is good. Bledsoe every now and then will knock it down, but to me not consistent enough for the defense to like really respect it. Okay, Jay. So the Jay Crowder played a lot of this year in my hometown of Memphis, got traded at the deadline. As Bledsoe goes and gets a 2+ the foul. That's good. This is one of Bledsoe's better games. He played a lot better in this one than he did in game one. Beautiful stroke there from Duncan Robinson. You know, Jimmy Butler didn't have a big game in this one. Butler didn't have to have a big game. I'll pull up his point production here in a second. He didn't have a big game, but he got a crap ton of help. Crowder again? Oh my goodness. Crowder had 4 threes, took 12 threes. That's a lot of 3-pointers from him. Okay, Giannis. Jimmy Butler only had 16 points. So he had 40 in game 1, 16 in game 2. And this Miami team is going up to 116 in this one. That was the final score. So, they got a lot of production from a lot of guys. As Giannis goes. And Giannis was a lot better in this one, right? Be fair about it, right? You guys, a lot of guys want to call out the bad and negative all the time. Giannis was a lot better, a lot more aggressive, as you're seeing in this highlight. Giannis finished with 29 points, 14 rebounds, 10 of 18 from the field. He was better at the free throw line as Brook Lopez drills the three. Giannis was better in this one. I still think 29 is not enough for him in this series. It probably will take 37, for Milwaukee to win some games in this series. As Middleton drills the 2. Middleton, his game is so beautiful. 23 points for Middleton, so he was better in game 1 as well. But you got more production from Bledsoe. Bledsoe gave you 16. Lopez gave you 16. George Hill gave you 14 off the bench as Lopez ties this one up at 78. Third quarter, under 4 to go. Iguodala with the deuce. To me, those the ones you can't give Iguodala points. You cannot allow Iguodala to get you because those threes from Hero and Duncan. Statistically, Miami's one of the top 3 3-pointer shooting teams in the league. As Giannis Euro steps his way down the lane. Yeah, that's the one I'm not respecting. I can't respect that one from Giannis. Beautiful move from George Hill, though. Nice little finger roll. Yeah, Giannis has got a long way to go. Bam, Bayou with the jam. George, gets his own miss. How about the aggressiveness? George Hill. We are in the 4th with it. Middleton misses the free throw, gets his own miss. Beautiful basketball. Kyle Korver drills the 3. Bucks up 1, so they're competing in this one as Dragic drills the 3. So much of game 1 was Milwaukee trying to make a run. They're actually in a nice position here in game 2. Though it does feel like Miami's the number 1 seed and Milwaukee's the 5 seed. That's how it feels. Oh, that's tough. Derrick Jones got a few more minutes in this one. And he was pretty good in his few minutes that he got. But Giannis can just bulldoze his way through Derrick Jones as Hero drills another 3. How many Tyler have? That's like the 3rd time I done seen him. Tyler had 17, 3 of 8 from the 3-point line. As Crowder drills another one. 8-point game. 7:16 to go. Derrick. Oh, he's so athletic. Is he the most athletic in the league? If not, he's like number 2 or number 3. Derrick Jones then kind of took the place of like the Gerald Green. I know he's out for the year. That's pretty much where Derrick Jones is at right now. It's Chris Middleton. No, Giannis. Yes. 7-0 run by the Bucks, 5:20 to go. Butler to Kelly Olynyk. Me, I just, that's a tough way to lose a game. With Butler only giving Miami 16. That's just tough for Milwaukee to. As Giannis goes and 1 late. 1:17 to go. Bucks are down 4. Giannis made the free throw. Bam, over Brook. Come on, Brook. I need to stop right there. With 55 seconds, you don't get one. 113-107. Bucks got to move. They got to move. Middleton, easy to the Giannis. Watch this off the inbound. I think they're going to show it here. Look at this beautiful trap that you're going to see from George Hill and Kyle Korver. This is beautiful. All my coaches out there, this is what you need to be teaching on defense. Beautiful trap. Jimmy Butler does the absolute no-no. Never throw the ball under your rim. Dragic probably should have moved a little more. Spaced himself a little better. Brook Lopez gets it. Makes it a 2-point game. So now, look at this pass from Dragic and Jimmy Butler. Risky play, but you got to trust your guys going to come down with it. So you foul Butler. He misses the first, leaving the door open for Milwaukee. Makes the second. Last chance for Milwaukee. They're down 3. Who do you call on? It's Middleton. And he's fouled. Wow. That happened a lot in this game. Fouling on jump shooters, man, was one of the themes. Middleton is 90% free throw shooters. He's not missing there, even in a clutch situation. He ties the game at 114. If I'm Milwaukee, I'm happy. I got a chance to win this thing in overtime, right? Not right. Check this out. Butler with Matthews, who, by the way, Wesley Matthews, one of the MVPs of this game. They moved him to Butler, and he played great defense. But look at this. Giannis puts his left hand on Butler's hip, and he's called for a foul, people. Can you believe it? Giannis is sick. So no times on the clock. All Butler's got to do is make one, and the Heat win. And the first rolls in. And that is all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. The Heat win game 2, 116-104. They take the 2-0 series lead. Obviously, this is bubble, so everything's different. But technically, the Heat just took the Bucks two games at home, and they've swung in home court all the way in their favor. Again, that doesn't really matter as much. I know there's going to be a little bit of crowd noise implemented when Miami actually does really good little extra things with their crowd noise. But yes, that is the reality of the situation. That's where we're at with it. Miami's up 2 games to zip, and Giannis and the Bucks are in trouble. I don't want to go into great detail of what Milwaukee's got ahead of them if they cannot get past Miami. We'll do that in separate videos, so just please stay tuned. Let me know what you thought about game 2, what you thought about that call by the ref. I thought it was one bad call, capsulated by another bad call. And I'm not the hard on refs guy, right? I'm watching the Raptors Celtics game right now. I usually don't go super hard on refs. That's not my thing. I thought it was a couple of bad calls, though. I thought the second call, the call on Giannis to get Jimmy Butler the game-winning free throws, I thought that was a makeup call. And I do think the refs had a bad day. I think they had a bad day. Both games. I thought they had a bad game. The Thunder Rockets game later that night was a little wacky. I thought the refs had a bad day. I thought the whistle was blown 3 times too many, but the Bucks are the #1 seed. No excuses. You don't touch a defender in those situations. Dragic, I thought he was firm, but I mean, look, you got to let a shooter land. I know that's difficult because nowadays shooters, they don't shoot straight. This is not Ray Allen shooting the basketball. Like when Ray Allen used to shoot the basketball, he's straight up and down for the most part, right? Trying to guard Chris Middleton is not straight up and down. He's contorting and kicking his legs like a lot of shooters do nowadays. Like Klay's straight up and down. Klay Thompson is straight up and down. But most guys ain't like Klay Thompson and Ray Allen. Those are 2 of the greatest shooters of all time. Like the leg kick out is easy, and I think that one was tough on Dragic. They called it, and then they got the makeup call on the other end. Tough way to see a game in on free throws, but that's what happened. And the Bucks find themselves down 0-2. How big of a mess Milwaukee's in? Let me know in the comment box below. I'm out.